Alright, buckle up because this traffic stop starts as something incredibly routine, but it slowly becomes far more complicated than anyone expected. A Brookhaven police officer pulls a driver over for running a stop sign, something officers handle every single day. But within minutes, things start getting confusing. The driver doesn't have proof of insurance, the vehicle ownership story starts shifting, and even the police database isn't giving clear answers. Situations like this are where simple traffic stops can spiral into much bigger legal problems. As you watch this footage, pay close attention to the officer's decisions and the driver's explanations, because by the end of this stop, there's a twist involving the car itself that nobody saw coming.
How you doing, sir?
I live right here, sir.
Oh, okay. How's your day going?
Not bad.
It's good.
Public across the street.
Understand. But you know I'm pulling you over, right? You've come to a police stop on that stop sign.
I thought I paused enough, but I didn't.
I just kept seeing you roll. That's okay. Sometimes we don't realize we think we're doing something. Is this vehicle in your name?
Yes. Raymond Scott, and also it's co-signed by Daryl Brown.
Daryl Brown? Okay. Did you guys just make a transaction?
Did I just make a transaction?
Did you just buy the vehicle?
About
vehicle?
6 months ago.
6 months ago? Okay. All right. Can you do me a favor, Raymond? Can you come up with some proof of insurance for me real quick?
I don't have papers in here.
Okay.
It might be upstairs. I'm not sure, sir.
Okay. Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. Hey, real quick, I'm up here right out front of apartment complex with this guy. NCIC says he doesn't have any insurance valid. At the time, he doesn't have a card on him. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go ahead. I figured just write him a citation. He can deal with it later.
Right here is where the stop begins to shift from a basic traffic violation into something more serious. The officer has run the vehicle through the NCIC system. This is a national database used by law enforcement to check things like warrants, stolen vehicles, and insurance status. According to the system, this car currently shows no valid insurance on record. In the state of Georgia, driving without insurance isn't just a small mistake. It can lead to citations, fines, and even having the vehicle towed. You can already hear the officer thinking through his options. Should he give a warning or issue a citation and let the driver deal with it in court? What would you do in this situation?
Later, you know. Okay, I'm out in front of apartment complex. This guy lives here. He just ran a stop sign, so I pulled him over. And as far as NCIC goes, doesn't have valid insurance, or at least it states that on the bottom. I was thinking about giving him a warning and make sure he carries it on him, because if he does have valid insurance, or if I should just go ahead and just do a citation, let him deal with it at court. It just says no valid insurance.
Go ahead.
But this has been 6 months on him, so just let him deal with it at court. If he does. Yeah. Okay, let me jump on it, figure out who he's got. All right, thanks. Mr. Scott, who do you have insurance through right now, sir?
It was going through Geico. That was the last one. That was the last time. Geico.
He's got it through Geico?
I'm pretty sure he does, sir, yeah. Sir, I don't even drive the car. I just took it across the street to get my groceries because I couldn't even walk. Like, you know what I'm saying? The car was parked there. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, Daryl goes in and out of town. He drives the car way more than me. You know, I don't...
Now the driver begins explaining the situation, and this is where things get a little confusing. He says the vehicle technically belongs to both him and a friend named Daryl Brown, who travels between New York and Georgia. According to him, the friend usually drives the car and handles the insurance, while he only uses it occasionally, like today, just to grab groceries. But here's the key legal issue. If you're driving the vehicle, you are responsible for making sure it's insured, regardless of who actually owns it. From the officer's perspective, that explanation doesn't automatically solve the problem. Do you think the driver genuinely didn't know, or does this story raise some red flags?
No, I don't. Like I said, I just want to cross street to Publix just to get the groceries.
So this isn't your car?
No, it's both of our car, but I hardly drive it. You know what I'm saying? Like I usually take an Uber to work.
Yeah, well, you know you're responsible for it when you drive it, though, right?
I understand, sir. I'm not. Listen, I'm not giving you no trouble, sir. No.
Okay. So Geico, it's in whose name?
It was Geico, yes. From my understanding, yes, sir. And he was supposed to be paying for the insurance.
Okay.
neighbors are not answering their phone and their carport is open, requesting to check the location.
Give me 1 second. Yes. Like I said, there's a law. You have to have valid insurance to drive the state of Georgia, right? You can't have this car on the roadway. So let me give you the benefit of the doubt.
This moment is actually a great example of professional police procedure during a traffic stop. Notice how the officer keeps the conversation calm and explains the law clearly instead of escalating the situation. He's also giving the driver what officers often call the benefit of the doubt. Instead of immediately towing the car, he's attempting to verify the insurance directly through the insurance company. That extra step might save the driver hundreds of dollars in towing and impound fees if the policy actually exists. But it also shows the officer balancing two responsibilities, helping the driver while still enforcing the law.
What I need to know.
I want no trouble.
No, I'm sure you don't. Customer service, insurance validation. Yes, yes. Customer service, auto. Thanks. Okay, actually, Jeanette, I'm a Brookhaven police officer in Brookhaven, Georgia. I've got a vehicle pulled over. He claims, he doesn't have any insurance on him. As far as the records go, the vehicle doesn't have insurance. I'm just trying to verify, so I'm gonna have to get this guy's car towed. So if you can help me out here. Well, I've got the current license plate, and I can give you guys the VIN. Okay, well, he says it's insured somebody else's name. Let's see here. Let me ask him. Mr. Scott, what would be the phone number associated with the account?
I don't know.
You don't know your friend's phone number?
Oh, hold on.
Your phone's right there in front of you, or right on top. Right there on your dash. Yep.
646.
646 and 1. What's the name?
His name is Daryl Brown.
Daryl Brown.
He lives in New York. Well, he's back and forth from New York, but he works out here.
Raymond Edward Scott. Raymond Edward Scott. I'm just getting verification that this vehicle's insured. No, it's, yeah. No, you're okay. Georgia. He says he lives in New York, but the vehicle, he goes back and forth. Well, he might still keep it in New York, but like I said, I just need to verify the vehicle. Well, that's what he's saying. That's the difficulty of this, because I guess it's the guy's vehicle, but he's utilizing it. So I guess Mr. Brown comes back and forth.
1810 check, huh?
Okay, Mr. Brown's policy is expired, sir.
On this car?
Just all of them, all of his policies that he has.
But he has policies in New York for sure, right?
Yeah, but they're all canceled. That's my point.
I don't think this one's canceled.
This phone call is one of the most important moments in the stop. The officer is speaking directly with the insurance company to verify whether the policy attached to the vehicle is active or expired. And according to the representative, every policy connected to the owner has been canceled. That's a major problem, because if the vehicle truly has no valid insurance, Georgia law requires enforcement action. At this point, the officer really doesn't have many choices left. Even though he seems to want to help the driver, the law is pretty clear about uninsured vehicles being taken off the road.
I don't think this one's canceled, sir, to be honest with you. I don't know.
Well, you could think that, but you're giving me information, now I'm going off the information.
No, I understand.
So that's all I can do. I'm not asking you anything other than just give me information so I can help you out,
Yes,
but I still have to do my job.
I understand.
Okay, what's that? Well, he said well, I got his driver's license number, but he's not on the policy. I guess this is Buddy's car, it's his buddy's insurance policy. He's not on his policy anywhere? Okay, I can give you his license number if it helps. It's 0 foot, and that's Georgia. Yep.
Sir, can I park the car right here? Officer, I just park it.
Okay. Was this policy, can you answer this, was Mr. Scott's policy with an Acura? Okay, well, regardless. Okay, 260 check, I'm start Brandon Brown at my location. Okay, well, I appreciate it. No, ma'am. No, me too. I want to help this guy out, but I appreciate it. Thanks.
Appreciate you, officer.
Okay, bye.
You definitely get down to the bottom of it in the morning.
Yeah, but unfortunately, sir, in the meantime, I'm going to have this vehicle towed. Fair insurance. but the only reason it pops up on NCIC, so the last time, obviously when your insurance expired on this,
Yes.
they sent it straight to the state of Georgia, and then Georgia puts it out there.
All right, so then to get it back, what has to happen?
Well, the vehicle's going to go to Brown & Brown, but you guys need to get insurance policy for this reestablished.
Then I can pick it back
Sure.
up? All right.
Then you go to down to Brown & Brown in Chamblee and pick it up.
All right, so...
Okay? What I can do is just stand by. Let me finish up, and I'll get you on your way. But the vehicle has to stay here.
Ticket. At least don't give me a big ticket, jeez.
I'm giving you a ticket for failure to have insurance. I have to justify the fact of what you did.
How much is that?
I'm not sure right off the top of my head. I don't know. I have to double check, but give me a second. I don't know. Thanks.
I can get my groceries, right?
Yeah, no, you're able to take everything you need out of the vehicle, sir?
Thank you, sir.
I'll have to do an inventory. $260, $250. Can you come to my location, please?
Showing you at Blair Circle and Donaldson Drive.
I just need my license back.
10-4. Okay, sir. Here's the case number.
Yeah.
Okay, provided on there
Thank
for
you.
you if you need it.
230,
Hang on to that for when you go to Brown & Brown.
Gotcha. Beautiful. Oh, let me show you.
What we do is we're going to do an inventory of the vehicle. If you could please leave the keys in it for Brown & Brown.
Yes, sir. I'm going to leave it right here, sir. Look.
Right, that's fine. That's fine. Like I said, if you don't mind, just all your groceries you're buying set to the side until we're all complete.
What you want me to do now?
You can set them on the sidewalk to the side until we're complete doing the inventory. I want you to make sure you're here for all that. Then I'll release you. On the seat?
Right there in that little shade by the screen.
Thanks, sir. Just sit tight, though, please. Mr. Scott, can I have a good phone number for you? Good enough phone number for you?
404.
Okay. Information for them too, so they can get a hold if you need to. Yeah, just go ahead and sit down. We'll get through this. Mr. Scott, you sure you got everything out of there you needed, sir? Okay. Hey, sir. It's under Hertz Rent-A-Car. The vehicle is actually under Hertz Rent-A-Car as a leaser or lien.
It's under Acura on finance.
Okay.
And here's the twist that changes the entire situation. After all the confusion about the friend in New York and the insurance policy, it suddenly comes out that the vehicle may actually be tied to Hertz rental services. That raises a whole new set of questions about who is authorized to drive the vehicle and what insurance coverage should exist. Looking back at the stop, the officer handled the situation fairly methodically, checking the database, verifying insurance directly, and explaining each step to the driver before towing the car. Traffic stops like this show how quickly a simple violation, running a stop sign, can turn into a complicated legal situation involving insurance laws, vehicle ownership, and liability.
Okay, so your friend in New York, what's he have to do with it? It's under him though? Okay. Right here is this thing. Sir? Huh? No, stand by. I need you here to witness this, sir.
2018?
That way you're comfortable and I'm comfortable, okay? That's it?
Wait, 2018?
2018?
Yep, that's what it is.
So I'll keep this with you, okay? So when you go grab the vehicle and everything, all right?
Okay, this is what I need to grab the vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, thank you.
All right.
All right, you have a
Any
good
more
day.
questions?
No.
All right. You have a good night.
Yeah.